Hi, friends.
Hi everyone.
Today I'm Nguyễn from Vietnam and Bilal Azam from Pakistan. We are going to share with you some useful information about traveling to Pakistan. You know, after my trip from in Pakistan in the end of February and early of March this year, I made a few videos and my friends, the Vietnamese people, they are interested in traveling to Pakistan and they asked me the question about how to get the visa, how about the food, how about the people and the scenery in Pakistan. And today I'd like to invite my friend Bilal Azam. He's also a very great traveler in Pakistan and he himself owns a travel agency. So here he's going to share with you the useful information about traveling in Pakistan country. So welcome Bilal. How are you doing?
Thank you too. Thank you. And thank you to hi to all of the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
I'm so glad to see you again. And I see that the weather is changed in Lahore already, right? You hear me?
Yeah, it's getting cold. Today was the first. Today was the first rain of the winter in Lahore. So it is getting cold now.
Yeah. And about Hanoi, you know, I'm based in Hanoi, so we have 4 seasons in a year. And this actually is the autumn time, at the end of the autumn. And the weather is getting cold. Today it's rained and a little bit cold for us. So,
Great, great to
yeah.
hear that.
Yeah, Bila, you know that in Vietnam, very few people know about the country. So yeah, you can now share with us a brief information about the country, about the
Okay,
location, the
sure.
population, and the scenery.
Okay, so first of all, I'm Bilal Azam. I'm a traveler, and I live in Pakistan. And the city where I live is Lahore. So Pakistan is basically adjacent to India. Most of the people are very much familiar with the India. So
Yeah.
it's in between China, India, Afghanistan, and Iran. So these are the four countries around Pakistan. So this was the locality of Pakistan. And if you see about the weathers, so Pakistan has all the weathers at the same time. Whenever you are visiting Pakistan, you can experience all kind of weathers at the same time, starting from the north to south. So if you go to the northern part of Pakistan, that is all mountains and sceneries and lakes and waterfalls and everything. But if you come to the southern side, then there are the deserts and plains and agriculture lands and everything. So this is the the overall structure of Pakistan map.
Yeah. It's very diversified country,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you at the same time, if you travel within 2 days, you are visiting like up to 50 degrees C hot city. And
Yeah.
if you travel like 12 or 15 hours travel, you can reach at a place which is at minus 15 degrees C within one country.
But the Pakistan is divided into three parts: the north, the central, and the south, right? So, which
Yes.
area is famous for tourism?
Yeah, so basically the most famous area for the tourist is actually the northern areas, which are
Yeah.
actually the mountains. So because these are the areas which are beautiful, that attracts the people most. So that's why people love to visit. Even most of the Pakistanis love to spend their holidays in northern areas,
In,
just because of the temperature is relatively colder, and the
yeah.
sceneries. So that's why that is the most famous area
Yeah.
regarding the tourist.
Yeah. So in the north, how many seasons are there in a year, or just you feel cold every time there?
No, it's not all-time cold. So northern, if you see, northern is also divided into two or three parts. You can say the upper north, the middle, and the lower north. So
Oh,
in the
okay.
lower northern region, you have already visited like Islamabad and
Yeah.
Murray and
More.
few places. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they have like moderate temperature during summer season. Like
Yeah.
the summer season in Pakistan starts from May to September. So this is around the this is the time when these areas, the lower northern region has pleasant weather, where
Oh,
most of the people love to to enjoy the weather. They love to go and stay during their holidays and so on.
yeah.
So
I see.
however, if you go to the upper region, there are still very cold temperature.
Yeah.
So it's all about the places. So even in north, you have different temperatures during summers and
Yeah.
winters.
Yeah. And you can experience, you can see the snow in the north
Yeah.
during the winter time.
Yes. Even you. Yes, you can even experience snow in summer season as well.
Wow.
Like in summers, if there's a hot weather in the plain region, in the central region, but there are few places in the north that experience some fall of snow during summer season. So it's
Oh,
it's all about the luck and the temperature during those days.
that's wonderful. And how about the activities that the tourists often do in the northern area besides sightseeing, go to the mountain or go to trekking?
Yeah, so number one thing is the sightseeing. So people love to visit like lakes and mountain tops, and they love to eat and enjoy the local food and everything. And there are many locations. They have a very beautiful accommodation along a very beautiful scenery. So people basically go to stay there and to enjoy some moments for for pleasure. The
Yeah.
second kind of people are like trekkers and explorers. So they love to explore the off beat patterns where no other tourist
Off the beaten
want
track.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they want to explore some places where normal people does not want to go, because these are some difficult paths. But
Yeah.
there are several
They are
trekking,
adventurous. Yeah.
yeah, adventurous, you can say. So it
Yeah.
is actually the heaven of adventurers, the northern area of Pakistan. So there are a lot of trekking paths, trekking trails, and then mountaineers love these places because most of the 8,000 plus peaks in the world are in Pakistan. So
Yeah.
foreigners from Europe and all over the world, they come to Pakistan to hike the mountains and to for the summit purpose. So other than this, government of Pakistan and some private investors are currently investing on some adventure activities like zip lining and the skiing festivals. There are going on in snow season. So things are evolving. This was not happening in the past, but as soon as the tourism is rising in Pakistan with
Yeah.
every day, so lot of the international investors are jumping into Pakistan to to be the first one to get the chance of
Yeah.
investing and getting the income out of it. So after sightseeing and trekking, now investment on experience is also being done. So like a few of the experience like paragliding, parasailing, boating, and in the lakes you have some jet ski, and these kind of activities are now
Yeah.
coming into part of
Become
the
popular.
yeah.
Yeah. I see. And how about the culture in Pakistan? Like the way people live and how people
Okay,
behave
culture. Okay,
here,
okay,
and yeah, and the
okay.
food and that
I
all.
got it.
That sort
Okay,
of
so
things. Yep.
okay, so you want to know about the culture of Pakistan?
Yeah,
I
I
got it.
know a little bit already, but you can share to the viewers.
Okay, sure, sure. So basically, like we have in Pakistan, we have four provinces. You can say
Oh
four
yeah.
states. So every
Mm-hmm.
state has its own kind of culture. So
Yeah.
the northern region, that is called our KPK region. So they are kind of conservative type of people. If you come to the central region, that is Punjab, here people are very, extrovert and, overwhelming, welcoming people with joys, and
Yeah.
and then if you go to the,
Punjab.
Sindh side, and you will feel with every place you go, you will always be welcomed by the hospitality of Pakistan. So this
Yeah,
is
that's
all
what I
common.
impressed.
Yeah, this is one thing that is common all around the, cultures and provinces of Pakistan.
Yeah.
So yes, there are a lot of difference in
Oh, I can't
relevant
hear
things,
you.
but
Mhm.
hospitality of Pakistan is the brand of
Yeah,
this country.
I can see that through my trip from the south to the north. What I impressed most is their hospitality.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everywhere I see the mosque, right? What the
Yes. Yeah, because yeah, so Pakistan was actually, the history of Pakistan is actually it was built for the Muslim people who were living in India. So
yeah.
basically, it was part of India, but then Muslims of that region decided to have a separate land to practice their religion in this region. So that's why you would see more than 80% people are Muslims in this country. So that's
Oh,
why, so people go to the mosque 5 times a day to prayer for the God. So that's why you see, in every other street you will see a mosque where people go 5 times a day for the prayer.
so the mosques are built by the government or by private people?
No, basically, government basically allot the land to the people of that area,
Oh,
and local people contribute and make that mosque, and then they run the mosque by themselves.
yeah. And the next thing, in terms of the food, how do you stay? When you travel to Vietnam, what was the feeling when you ate Vietnamese food? And
Yeah, basically, in Pakistan, the food is actually very spicy and very well.
welcome you back.
So there was some thank you. There was some internet connection error.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. We were talking about the food. Do share with us your feeling when you
Yeah.
first tried Vietnamese food. You traveled to Vietnam last year, right? In
Yeah, I traveled to Vietnam
2019.
last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of the best trip when I traveled to all the way from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh, and all the cities I traveled to. So
Yeah.
in Vietnam, I couldn't find the Pakistani style of food, because most of the Pakistani foods are filled with spices and gravies and chicken, and and
Yeah.
especially people from Pakistan have lot of restrictions of food, like halal food we need everywhere. So that's why that was a very difficult thing when I was traveling to Vietnam. So one thing that I liked the most in Vietnam was the street bun. You call it like pate, I guess.
Bánh
Um,
mì.
Pami.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, pami. So yeah, so I loved it. So every day I go to the street and ask it to put it some vegetables and some egg, and then have a glass with a sugar can with a small machine. They are
Yeah.
everywhere if you see. So. Whether it was Da Nang, whether it was Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, everywhere. So this was the best thing I liked about the Vietnam food.
Yeah. I see. We
And,
have
and one thing
a
more, a lot
yep.
of variety of coffees.
Yeah, sure. We are famous
Yeah,
for coffee.
yeah, egg coffee and chocolate coffee and lot of other
Yeah.
varieties.
Yeah, even coconut coffee.
Coconut coffee. Yeah, I tried
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we have a lot of coffee. And you know
Yeah.
that when you, as a Pakistani, when you travel to Vietnam, you may find some difficulties with the food. And the same when the Vietnamese people, they travel to the country, they also
Yeah.
have the trouble with the food over there. But as for me, that's a little issue because in Vietnam, we also have a Pakistani or Indian restaurant, and
Yeah.
I often have a meal with my client there, so I'm a
Yeah.
little bit familiar with it. But for other people, I just remind you that Vietnamese people, when they travel to Pakistan, they should try uh, to eat the food in Pakistan because you won't
Yeah.
have any other choice. Anyhow,
Yeah.
I see that
But still, we have a lot of
some.
Chinese restaurants. So there are a lot of Chinese restaurants. If Vietnamese are into the Chinese foods, so it is very commonly available. But obviously, the restaurants are very high end, and so it's
Yeah.
not on the streets now.
Anyhow, the best way to experience the the best feeling when you travel to other country is to experience the food, try every
Yeah.
kind of food that's available in that country if there is no restriction. So
Yeah.
yeah, when I travel to the country, I love to try Pakistani food, even though sometimes it's spicy and it make me cry,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah, I know that. I know that. But still, it's a part of the
especially
experience, I
yeah,
always say,
right.
you never have to say anything, bad or good. It's always a part of experience. You must try, if there are no restrictions, you must at least try everything.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
how you explore any country and
Yeah.
their cultures and everything. So
The best
trying,
part of traveling, yeah, to
yeah,
travel is to experience the new things. And if you
yes,
don't
you're
want to experience the new things, just stay at home, right?
yeah, that's just say, you're
And
right.
nowadays we have to stay at home in Fox.
Yeah, nowadays, and people now feel that how boring this life is.
Yeah. And yeah, that's about the culture, the food, and I'd like you to guide the tourists about some other things like the hotel or the accommodation. Do you recommend them
Mhm.
to book the hotel in advance online on booking on agoda.com or just come and show up and book the room?
Yeah, I always suggest people to book your hotel prior to arriving to Pakistan. It's for your betterment. Even there are no such strict rules in Pakistan like other countries, but still it is very safe to always search for a good hotel with a good rating on Booking.com, on Agoda, or even if you have some links with some travel companies in Pakistan, they can even arrange it for you in a cheaper cost as well. Because in Pakistan, not only Booking.com or Agoda, there is Airbnb is much popular here. So
Oh,
you can even
okay.
if you want to experience the true culture with the local people, so you can have an option to live with the people on
Yeah,
Airbnb. Even
yeah.
if you are on couch surfing, so couch surfing app is quite popular in Pakistan, where people host international travelers or any even local travelers free of cost, just to exchange culture and the travel experience and everything. So it's
Yeah.
all about sharing cultures. So couch surfing is also an option for the people who want to explore the things with the locals.
Yeah, it sounds
So
exciting. What a
yeah.
pity I haven't tried couch surfing yet, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, hopefully next time I will try.
Yeah, you must, because I am a member of that community as well.
Yeah, and how do you compare the accommodation fare, the price between Pakistan and Vietnam? Because in Vietnam, like within $30, you can have a private room in a quite nice and convenient hotel. And how about in Pakistan?
Hmm. I think I have found even Vietnam much cheaper than Pakistan. Within $30, you can also find a private room very easily in Pakistan as well.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of hotels like starting from the 2 stars to the 5 stars. But for a 2 or 3 star, you can easily get a private room and in a very good location and a good hotel in $30 to $50 range. But if you ask me personally, I have like visited 5 to 6 cities of Vietnam. Everywhere I
Yeah.
go, I stayed in hostels mostly,
Yeah.
but still the hostel prices were so good and they were so luxurious
Yeah.
hostels with the free breakfast and everything.
Yeah.
I cannot find those kind of facilities in that price range in Pakistan. So I
Yeah.
found I found Vietnam was much cheaper than Pakistan. Even
Mm-mm.
whenever international travelers come to Pakistan, they call it the cheapest country. One of the cheapest countries all of the
Yeah.
world. But if you ask me, I have found Vietnam much cheaper than Pakistan.
Yeah. In terms of accommodation, it's like that, and
Yeah,
I
in
have
terms
the
of
same
accommodation, yeah,
feeling. Yeah. In terms of
yeah,
accommodation
yes.
only.
Yeah,
We.
accommodation is expensive here because of the
Yeah.
maybe it's because of the high rents here. So that's why the owners of the accommodation always charge high.
Yeah. And I trust that there are more choice of accommodation in Vietnam rather than in
Yes, this is
Pakistan,
this
right?
is one of the reasons because
Yeah, one of
because
the
actually the
main
tourism in
reason.
Pakistan was badly hit by the security situation in Pakistan in before 2012. So tourism in Pakistan actually started after 2014 when all of the security situation was cleared here. So
Yeah.
there was almost zero investment in Pakistan in tourism sector. So that's why nobody wanted to put his investment in hotels or anything that was related to tourism because
Yeah.
it was all unable to give some return to the investors.
To
So that's
cover.
why
Yeah.
hotels and accommodations are very few, in Pakistan. But if you see from 2017 to 2020, the ratio of previous accommodation or hotels and now is almost like 100% doubled, just because of the lot of international tourists and even local tourists.
Yeah.
So it's always on the rise now from last 4 or 5 years now. So I think with the
That's
passage of
wonderful.
time, when more hotels come into the market, automatically the monopoly of the old hotels and accommodation will go down and the rates will go down.
Yeah, and we will have
Because
more
yeah,
choice.
yes,
Yeah.
like if you go to Saigon and even in Hanoi old area, on
Yep.
every other street you find a hostel or hotel. So
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
reason the rates in the Vietnam are very low.
Yeah, and the service is much better, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. That's about the accommodation and about when a traveler, when a tourist are in Pakistan, what do you suggest them to be aware of? Like when they go out, what they need to be aware, and what is the suggestion to make them have a safe trip in the country?
Hmm. So it depends on the city to city, but if I talk to overall situation, because mostly people visit like the cultural city that are
Yeah.
Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, and then they move to the northern areas that are the mountains and lakes. So
Yeah.
whenever you are visiting Pakistan, you must be careful about the religion dress that is in
Yeah.
Pakistan. It's not the full veil and covering your face. It's just
Yeah.
to cover your from
Your
shoulders to
hair,
your
your
face.
head. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you even yeah, it's not compulsory to cover your head, but it's better to cover your head always.
Yeah.
So you should not show your skin
Yep.
like the Western kind of dress. So most of the common dress in Pakistan is the shalwar kameez, and I saw you wearing as well
Yeah,
in
the
Pakistan.
traditional one that
Yeah,
my very nice
yeah,
friends bought it for me in Lahore. Oh no, she
yeah,
bought it from Karachi and I got it in
yeah.
Lahore.
Yeah,
It's
but
really convenient.
t-shirt,
Yeah.
yeah, but the common dress of the teenagers and the young people is the t-shirt and a pair of jeans. So like it's a common dress. So do not need to buy anything special here. Just
Yeah.
you have to cover yourself properly,
Yeah.
and not to show any skin. So that's about the clothes. And
Yeah.
if you ask me about how and where he should go, like for example, he can or she can go into the night, or in Pakistan there is no as such a nightlife like if we see in the Southeast Asian region, the clubbing and
Yeah.
everything. There is no such thing in Pakistan. That is
Mm.
actually restricted in our religion.
Yep.
You won't find openly here. But
Mm.
the nightlife of Pakistan is the restaurant and the street food actually.
Yeah.
So
I
after
can.
7 p.m., yes, after 7 p.m. till 3 or 4 a.m. at night, you would see markets full of people enjoying foods
Yeah.
and talking, and each and every. And I can see that you have experienced these things in Karachi, in Pakistan.
Yeah, I was so surprised, the city of light, and
Yes.
it's like I wake up. I always wake up early, like at 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Because our hotel is close to very big street, and I see the people still running the motorbike on the street, and
Yeah.
they say that yeah, that's the
Yes.
nightlife in Pakistan. So
Yes.
I'm so
Yes.
surprised why people stay up so late, and they even
Yes.
have dinner at 2 a.m.
Yes, that's the reason. That's the reason the markets in Pakistan opens very late, because they stay awake so late at night. So when they
Mm.
sleep at 4 a.m., obviously they will wake up at 10 or 11 or even 12 p.m. So
Yeah.
the timings of markets depends upon the cities. So some
Mm.
markets, there are some markets that opens at 5 a.m. as well. But
Yeah.
it's cultural thing, and there are some certain norms of different markets as well.
Mm-hmm.
So but if you see an average time of opening the restaurants or markets in Pakistan, is it's around 10 a.m,
Oh,
9 to
okay.
10 a.m. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The government official time is 9 a.m, but private markets start opening at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. I see. So
That's
if they wake up that late, then do they still have time for a breakfast?
Actually, some people directly take the
The
brunch
lunch
or
or
yeah.
brunch? Yeah, I see.
So
So,
that's why the brunch is always there to help them.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And then how about the transportation? When I was there, I always try with Karam or what?
Kareem,
The apps,
Kareem,
Karim, yeah, yeah,
Kareem,
Karim, and
yeah,
also
yeah.
sometimes I try with the rickshaw. But
Like,
when I use the Karim, then I have no issue with that. And compared to Vietnam, it's really have a good price, really affordable.
yes,
Maybe just a half price compared to Vietnam.
yeah,
And for rickshaw, I do have the trouble because I see that the driver they didn't communicate in English, so
yeah.
we couldn't understand each other.
Yeah,
So,
so that's the
but
reason most of the countries, whenever a tourist go to any city, the taxi drivers or the private car holders are always put a scam on the tourist, and they always overcharge them. Maybe it's
uh-huh.
because of the communication as well. But the most convenient, the private kind of transportation is right now is either Uber, or you
Oh,
can
okay.
say the Kareem. So it's just like a Grab in Vietnam,
In
and
Vietnam, yeah,
same, the app-based transportation. The Grab is very famous there. So Kareem and Uber are the main
yeah,
app-based transportation system. But there are, if you come to Lahore, you have witnessed the metro. So we have one metro line, and one we have another red bus metro line. So these are
yeah,
the two metro lines, and then we have local transportation. We have rickshaws. It's just like a tuk tuk in Thailand,
yeah,
three wheeler ride in its
yeah,
own style, similar to you find in Sri Lanka and India as well.
yeah, yeah,
So
right.
the transportation is cheap. It's not that expensive in Pakistan.
Mm-mm. How about
Even
commute?
if you want to go to the city to city, there are a lot of options
Yeah,
of buses and very good services. So there are a lot of services of intercity transport as well.
Yeah, but the train is common there, or
Yeah,
do local
train is
people love to
common.
travel by train?
No, actually, the population of Pakistan is 200 million plus. So
Yeah.
every kind of transportation is always filled with people. But train is not the priority for the people. It's you can
Ah,
you
okay.
can say it's a compulsion where there is no bus stop or there is no bus terminal in any city. People are compelled to use that service because it's not very good, reliable service in Pakistan. So
Ah, I see.
there are some the timing issues and some other things, so that's why the buses are the most common and
I see.
reliable transportation medium of Pakistan.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yes.
when I travel from Lahore to Islamabad, I was on the bus, and yeah, I get a great experience, and it's
Yeah.
over my expectation.
Yeah, it's
I
Lahore to Islamabad. The travel is one of the best travel from in
mm,
Pakistan.
mm,
It goes from the motorway, and you see like beautiful roads and sceneries and everything.
yeah, very long highway and very
Yeah,
modern. And
very modern. Yes.
when you were in Vietnam, do you have any trouble with communicate with the local people?
I
Do
don't think
you?
so. Most of the people understand English a little bit. Whenever I went to some villages kind of
Yeah.
places, then there was some issue. However, there were at least 1 or 2% that know English, and because
Uh,
most of the time I was asking a way to somewhere, and then or any a place where I could find some food, that was okay for me. So, but still, people were. I have found Vietnamese people like the hospitable, just like Pakistanis. They're always smiling and they're always
yeah.
out there for helping. So
Yeah.
that's the two things common within Pakistanis and Vietnamese. They're always out
Yeah.
there for your help.
Yeah, and then another thing that they share the common is that the family play a
Yeah.
really important role
Yes.
in everyone
Yes.
life. So
Mm.
in our culture, maybe 2 or 3 generations they live under one roof and they take care
Yeah.
of each other. And the children, I mean the adult must when they grow up, they must have
Mm.
responsibility for their old
Mm.
parents. So I guess it's the
Mm.
same like in your country, right?
Same, yes, yes. The same thing is in Pakistan. It's part of our culture that we live in a combined family system. So the elders are always live with the children, and elders take care of their children, and then children take care of their parents. So it's a very strong culture of family system in Pakistan.
That's wonderful. That's one of the
Yes,
best things that we
yes,
should value in our life.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And how about the internet? How about the Wi-Fi and internet? Is it free and is it available over there?
If you go to hotels, there are hotels that have a free Wi-Fi, but it all depends on the signals and everything. However, the 4G is all over in Pakistan, so
Yeah.
it's very common. Even some companies have now tested 5G as well. So they have successfully tested for future implementation of 5G. So we have like four companies in Pakistan, and all our 4G and internet is almost available everywhere. However, if you go into the mountains, there are obviously some remote areas where you couldn't find some signals because of very low population over there, and companies has not invested at on those places. But if you see like 95% area is all covered with the signals and the internet. So yes, there are some places where you couldn't find some 4G facilities. There would be some 3G or 2G, but yes, communication is all over in Pakistan. It's very easy.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And another question, there are a few people from Vietnam. They said that they wanted to travel to Vietnam, to Pakistan, and they are wondering if they should travel alone or they have to travel in group. So, what is the suggestion? Supposing that they are women and they want to travel to Pakistan alone by themselves, then what do you suggest them to be aware of?
Okay, so I would suggest them do not to worry for any kind of travel to Pakistan. Whether you are alone, whether you are a group, you will enjoy your travel in Pakistan, because whenever a Pakistani sees a foreigner, so they try them to give them a royal treatment. So whether you are alone or in a group, people will always welcome you with the smile, and they will always try to help you. So you will
Yeah.
feel safe here. Obviously there are some area, there are common instruction: do not go out in the streets at night,
Yeah.
because of the obvious reason. So that is common for all the countries. Same here, obviously, in Pakistan. But wherever you want to go in northern areas, in the center like Lahore, Islamabad, you will feel like you are roaming in your own country. Even you will feel royal while traveling in Pakistan. You will get so much attention from the people that they want to, in a
It
positive
would.
way, that they want to meet you. They will always come to you to take some selfies and pictures with
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they will
I
tell you,
see.
and you have experienced these things when you came to Lahore, and
Pakistani, yeah, Pakistani people are really good at making the photo. They make a very
yeah.
wonderful photo, impressive one. But
Yes,
I think they shouldn't go to the remote area, right?
yes,
In the
yes, they shouldn't go.
remote
So,
area, yeah, they shouldn't go
yeah,
by themselves.
they should always, even if they want to go to any remote area, they should come to a popular area first, and they should talk to
Yeah.
any local resident or any hotel owner or any tour guide. Then you can easily go. So if you have, there are some tourists from German, America, and UK. They usually come every year to Pakistan, so now they are very familiar to many places. So
Yeah, yeah,
after their first time, now they don't bother to ask anyone. They know everything,
yeah.
and they just go to every place. So whenever you are coming to Pakistan, if it's your first time, then obviously you need to go to the only famous places. But if
Yeah.
you have a good host with you, and like you are having your host in every city in Pakistan, so everyone, if it is there, so people would love to help you. So there are Facebook groups in Pakistan, where there you can send requests to the travelers that you are coming, and you need some assistance. Pakistani would love to show you around your city, or they will always help you to make your plan for your Pakistan trip. Like, you should start from here, and you should save your budget from here, and you should visit these places. So it's always better to have a contact. But even if you do not have any contact, just book your hotel, come to your hotel will guide you everything, where should you go and where should you don't want to go.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And another question: what season do you recommend that the tourist people should travel to the country? Like the best time to travel to Pakistan?
Mm. So if you are first timer, so I would recommend the time period between May to September. So because this is the summer season, and this is the time to explore the north, because the
Yeah.
snow is melting, and the waterfalls, and the blooming of flowers, and the mountains and the lakes. You can see the beauty of Pakistan from May to September.
May to September, yeah. But it could
Yes.
be the summertime in the south, like in Karachi. I believe
Yes,
that
yeah, because
it
at the
will.
same time, because because in cities it will be a summertime. So whenever, for example, I suggest people, whenever you are coming to Pakistan, if it is your first time, then the minimum number of days should be at least 10 days. It should not
Yeah.
be less than 10 days. So because the 60% of the time should be spent in northern areas, and
Yeah.
40% time should be spent in the central and southern region. Like, in center
Yeah.
you will visit Islamabad and Lahore, and then in
Lahore, yeah.
southern region you will visit Karachi. So Karachi is
Yeah.
the metropolitan, the largest city of Pakistan,
Yeah.
and it holds the seashore, and the trade of Pakistan is through this city. So that's why you should have days for these, to explore these cities as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So at least in the succession, you should for the first
Yeah.
time traveler, you should spend at
Yeah.
least 10 days for the first
Yeah,
trip.
minimum 10 days. Yeah, minimum
Yeah,
10 days
minimum.
should
Yeah,
be part of your plan. Otherwise, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a good number.
yeah. How about 1 year?
Always welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Bilal, again for the very useful information. And I hope
Thank you.
that your sharing will help other traveler who want to travel to
Sure.
Pakistan have a real experience. And yeah, I
Yes,
hope that the country will welcome more and more international tourists to the country.
definitely.
And yeah,
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and everyone watching in Vietnam. Thank you so much, and you're always welcome to visit Pakistan. And you can even share my email. I can share, or my Facebook or Instagram. It's being a traveler on Instagram and Facebook. You can even contact me or directly with the two. We are friends, and
yeah,
we can collaborate for everyone who want to visit to Pakistan. So
yeah.
and I will definitely want to come back to Vietnam whenever this corona pandemic will end, and would love to explore some other cities of Vietnam as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And yeah, we hope that the COVID will end up soon so that the international tourism will be open up again and we can
Yes,
enjoy our
yes,
life as
hopefully.
usual. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. One more time, thank you for the
Thank you.
cooperation and thank you, Bila. And
Thank you
enjoy the
too. Thank
weekend.
you.
Yeah, everyone, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy our conversation. And don't
Okay.
forget to contact us if you have any question or inquiry. Thank you and bye for
Thank you.
now.
Bye bye. Bye
Yeah, bye
bye.
bye.